yes, your girl went and got plastic surgery. I got a Brazilian butt lift, also known as a BBL. I had it done by Dr. VALLS, and you might see me looking off to the left. That's because I do have a notepad for you guys today, and this is the first time I've ever wrote down notes for a video, so bear with me. So yes, I had a Brazilian butt lift. I had it done by Dr. VALLS at Jolie Plastic Surgery in Miami, Florida. So what is a butt lift? A Brazilian butt lift is where they take fat from unwanted areas and they put it where you want it. Most commonly the buttock area. Yes. So that's what I got. And this is the question that everybody has been commenting me. They want to know the cost. That's like the biggest part of this video. So now I will go into breaking down the cost of my BBL. Now keep in mind that everybody's cost may be different because everybody's procedure may be tweaked to their individual liking. So this is the price of my BBL at that time, because also they run different specials and prices are different throughout the year. So keep that in mind as well. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is, because I paid this price does not necessarily mean that you will pay that price, if you follow me. So moving forward, my surgery alone, the surgery by itself, was $4,000. And like I said, my doctor was Dr. VALLS. As long as I've been researching Dr. VALLS and thinking about getting a surgery with him, he's been pretty consistent with the $4,000 range for, I would at least say, about maybe a year. I may be wrong, and if I am, go ahead and comment below. So my surgery was $4,000. The recovery house, which I stayed at Jolie Plastic Surgery Recovery House, I initially paid a little bit more, but you know, my surgery kept getting pushed back, and so I switched rooms, which made my price go down. So originally I paid $1,350, and this is also for the biggest room of the house, so that's why it's kind of pricey, with your own personal bathroom and your own personal entrance. And my room got switched to another room, and it went down $100 to $1,250. Now I think I paid a little much for the room I had, but I'm not complaining. I'm well, I had a place to stay, and it worked for me. So my massages, speaking of that, I did my post-surgery care with Yari at my Body Contour 305. I love her to death. She's a personal friend at this point because of a relationship we created the first time I went down to Miami and got turned around and couldn't get surgery. Yari was just so loving, so sweet. She took me actually to her mother's house and just treated me like I was pure family, so I'll always love her. But anyway, I had my post-surgery care with her at my Body Contour 305. During that time of the year, it was around Christmas, and I know that it was really slow down in Miami around that time, and that's another good point. If you plan on having surgery, December is actually a good month to have it. But anyway, I originally had paid her the first time I was supposed to have surgery, and I had paid her $500 for 5 massages, and we were actually going to have to get extended massages because of the Christmas season. So we were actually going to do less days, but longer massages to compensate. Like I said, she's awesome. She will work around, you know, what you got going. So anyway, that had happened. So my $500 was already invested in her. She actually held that for me until whenever I was gonna be able to have surgery. So when I went down there in March, she still had me paid in full for my massages, and that's what I did. Now I ended up staying an extra day because I was not draining the way that I thought I would drain, and I felt that I still had too much fluid. So I actually paid her for another massage, and she worked it out for me. So altogether, I paid Yari at my Body Contour a total of $600. Now keep in mind, this was the arrangement that we had, and Yari has prices, I believe, you know, I can't say that that's what you're going to get charged. That's the price that I had. And if you're interested in Yari and my Body Contour 305, please call her personally. And, you know, because each case is handled individually, and so therefore every price is different. Okay. As far as my FALLS, I paid $120 a piece, and keep in mind that I paid for my FALLS. I paid for my FALLS and my foams from Jolie Plastic Surgery. I had all this paid up before I even went down there off their little Jolie portal. And so for my FALLS, they were $120 a piece. I did purchase 2. You want to at least have 2 FALLS if you want to bathe and, stay as fresh as you possibly can. You want to be able to take one off, get that washed while you switch into the other, because you do swell quite quickly, especially right after surgery. So I paid $120 a piece, and I got 2 from them. I also had other ones I purchased on eBay, which you can find better deals. But originally, getting right out of surgery, I wanted to go with what the doctor recommended, and I'm sure whatever the doctors were recommending were in Jolie's cabinet. So that's what I decided to go with. That's my choice, and you also have a choice as well. So I paid for 2 FALLS, $120 a piece, and then I paid for 3 foams, which Jolie is charging $20 a piece. Now, you can, like I said, find things cheaper, but I knew coming right out of surgery, I wanted whatever materials were recommended by the doctor, I wanted that on my skin initially. So that's the reason I decided to go ahead and purchase through Jolie opposed to ordering on eBay. And, and sometimes you get stuff and you got to send it back and all this, and I ain't had time for that. I wanted to be right coming right out of surgery. So now, if we were to total everything, so like I said, surgery was $4,000, recovery house was $1,250, massages were $600, FALLS were $120 a piece, I got 2, and foams were $20 a piece, I got 3. So if we were to total all that together, that comes to a grand total of $5,990. And we can pretty much say that's about $6,000 that I paid for my surgery. So that's the cost of the surgery. Now, I just wanted to mention this. Anybody looking into getting surgery, keep in mind right now, I just was on Instagram, and today they have specials going on. They have specials today if you call, if you can make it in time. Well, they're probably closed, so try tomorrow. And their specials don't last for a long time. So right now I'm looking at my clock, it's 5:38, March the 29th. So you can try it tomorrow. And the specials today that I saw on Instagram, she went live today. Fisher is doing a Brazilian butt lift for $6,000. Guarani is doing a Brazilian butt lift for $5,500. And Hassan is doing one for $5,000. And VALLS is doing one for I'm stuttering all over the place today. Bear with me. But VALLS is doing one for $4,000. So once again, I saw on Instagram today, March 29th, 2018, the specials are Fisher, and this is for Brazilian butt lifts. Fisher, $6,000. Guarani, $5,500. Hassan, $5,000. And VALLS, $4,000. And she did mention that these specials were not going to last. So you need to call if you want to catch a special. I wanted to talk, make sure I didn't miss anything, y'all. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and let y'all know my experience, because I know a lot of people are just wondering. I know you can watch the videos, but I wanted to put everything in one video. So my experience with Jolie pretty much boils down to this. In the beginning, it was a little rough. I thought that they could have better customer service. I found out that they send you to a call center. When you call in, you're not calling the actual Jolie building, you're calling a call center. So I got tired of the call center, because I be wanting to talk to somebody, as soon as I possibly can, and I got to call the call center. Then y'all are going to actually say, hold on. So let me give you an example. Hello, this is such and such Jolie Plastic Surgery. How may I help you today? I need to speak with Cindy Lopez. Okay. This is what they'll say if they know who they're talking to. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with Felicia today? Yes. Then they go try to find Cindy. I don't know why they do that, try to reach her, because they'll never do it. Then they come back, Felicia, unfortunately, Cindy is helping another patient. I will have her call you back as soon as she can. And I can reach you at such. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So that's how it goes. And it goes that way every single time. So yes, they can definitely have a better customer service at the call center or whatever is going on, don't fool me. Just pick up the phone and say hello, and I say, can I speak to Cindy Lopez? And you say, you know Cindy is never available, let me go ahead and get the message now. I would appreciate it more than you keep doing that. So that was one thing. And other than that, I'm just telling you my negative experiences because there's not many. So that was one negative experience. The other negative experience, and this has nothing to do probably with Jolie. It probably has something to do with me being in my feelings because she kept telling me I couldn't have surgery. But was when I talked to Cindy and she kept telling me that, like, after I got one clearance and Dr. VALLS wanted another clearance, like, I really was getting frustrated around that point. Like, I really wanted to cuss Cindy out. And I had to pray a little more than often. So that's in a confession / telling y'all my experience. Yeah. So I think that was because I was just frustrated at this point. You know, everything dealing with the blood work, everything I was going through, which was more me than them, had put me to the point to where I'm getting tired of you telling me no. So I got an attitude with you, you know. So that was, like I said, more me than them. But that was negative for my experience. I'm not saying trying to point fault nowhere. I'm just saying that was a negative part of my experience for me. Other than that, I really had a great experience. I can say this, my experience was better when I got down there than it was before getting down there. And that's with the first time and the second time. Every time I have to talk to them on the phone, I get an attitude and I get upset and I have to pray after. Yes, they will take you there, you know. So that's, other than that, I had a great time. And if you go back and look at all my videos, if you haven't watched, I have a Brazilian butt lift surgery day vlog and I have a waking up. It seems that everybody likes the waking up video for some reason. So if you haven't checked it out, you can go see me waking up after surgery and see what I'm talking about in that video. But if you watched my journey and you saw me go down to Jolie, you know that your girl had a great time. I had a great experience. God really just showed his favor my way during that whole experience, you know. And for you that don't know, I don't even know if I really talked too much about this, but I'll get a little personal with y'all. I really was feeling some type of way before I had my surgery because I just wasn't sure if God was okay with me altering my body. You know, that was something that I was going with. And I think it's more so because of what society has said or what everything that I've ever known about God, what people said about him had me pretty much feeling like he was not going to appreciate me having surgery and altering my body. And I dealt with that. I went to church. I went to the altar. I prayed about it, you know, and really when I left to go to Jolie, I'm not even 100% sure that I really knew if God was okay with it. But when I tell y'all, I feel like he shined his light of approval on my experience because of all the beautiful people that I met and all the nights and all the days that we were just worshiping God in our own little way. I mean, I'm just so grateful for that. So my experience was awesome. And that's all I can really say about it. I just had a great experience. So now, one thing I did want to cover before I ended this video is, I'm just dropping all type of stuff. Y'all bear with me. One thing I wanted to cover before I ended this video is, you know, people ask me all the time what I recommended. For y'all that don't know how I feel about that, I will never, and I've said this before, I will never recommend plastic surgery to anyone. I will never do it. I probably would feel more comfortable about recommending a doctor if I knew for certain you already were trying to get plastic surgery, but I just wouldn't even do that. I would not recommend a doctor. I would not recommend getting surgery. I will not recommend a surgery place to go. I just will never do that because, like I've said before in previous videos, and I'm going to say it again, that I would not feel right with recommending anybody go get plastic surgery and something happened to them. So I will never in life ever say them words out of my mouth that I recommend you go get plastic surgery. Or girl, go get plastic surgery. Or girl, I know where you can go get you a booty. You will never hear me say that. So I try to be very careful with how I even carry myself after getting it. Now that's something y'all ain't hear me, right? I have to be careful with how I carry myself after getting it, just in case somebody in the distance is watching me and seeing what's going on and actually knows, and they're gonna see how I carry myself. I feel like every day of your life is a chance for you to be a living, walking testimony to the next human being. So I don't want to gear or like lead nobody in the wrong direction. You feel me? So I don't want to just go broadcast I got a booty and I love my results, because then somebody else will take that as I'm going to get a booty. You feel me? It's really sensitive for me. Like, and it's hard to even say that. I know because I'm sharing my journey, but I figure that anybody that's on YouTube searching BBL is already thinking about getting it. So it makes me feel better about being on YouTube, sharing what I'm going through, because I had a great experience. That does not mean that everybody's experience is going to be great, because I've seen some people not have a great experience with my own two eyes while I was up there. But I don't talk on other people's experience, and I'm just really not into the negative things in life. I guess I try to keep everything positive, and or I try to look for the positivity in every situation. So it's just the way it is. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope that this answered some of y'all's questions. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about it. I just didn't never get around to making the video, so I'm glad that I did today. Before I go, I'm going to stand up and show you my results. I had my surgery on March the 6th. Today is March the 29th. So 6, 7, 8, that puts me 23 days post-op. So here are, woo, y'all, excuse me. I was kneeling down making that video all that time. Your girl hurt. So these are my 23-day results. I need to start working on these arms. That's the big thing right about now. So let me try to scoot this camera where y'all can see me a little better. Okay, so I do have an ab board going this way and here. It is actually the one that's supposed to go this way with the flaps, but I'm trying to get all of this area flat. So 23 days. I'm not gonna address today, y'all. Maybe tomorrow, or probably tomorrow or the next day, I will do a 24-day post-op video, because I know I kind of been slacking on showing y'all my results. This is me from the side, and as you can tell, I've actually got very, very thin. Matter of fact, my husband took some pictures yesterday, so I'll input them at the end of this video for y'all. So anyway, it's getting a little flatter, y'all. Here's Frida. There go Frida. Day 23 days. Frida's still here a little bit, y'all. Hallelujah. Tell the Lord thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is this side. And so this is the board. And so that's what I'm looking like. And my hips are starting to my hips are starting to show now. I couldn't even see them before. So. All right, so that's 23 days, and I will insert these pictures. Y'all have a blessed day, and continue to treat everybody. You know, let me say this. I know I was trying to end this video, but I guess my spirit is telling me to tell y'all this. If you don't know your purpose in life or what you're here to do, know this, that all of us are supposed to spread God's love and treat the next person nice, with respect, okay? So if you don't know what your calling or your purpose is, start there. Spread God's love, okay? So I'm gonna drop these pictures now. Y'all stay blessed and have a beautiful rest of your night. Y'all know I appreciate you watching, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. God bless you, and see y'all later.